Welcome to the Gentleman's Guide to Vampires, and in this video we shall be covering the followers of Set. Unlike most clans, the followers of Set could be more seen to be a cult than a traditional clan, because certainly, becoming a follower of Set, you do not get to choose your path, you do not get to choose your deity, you do not get to choose the purpose of your unlife. To be a follower of Set is to be a loyal follower of Set, Setite, that dark, ancient Egyptian god of storms, of the desert. Some say of corruption. The followers of Set would maintain enlightenment. That is not to say that those embraced into the followers of Set are brainwashed into following Setite. Not at all. Setite demands, requires willing followers. So mortals, they are groomed, they are ripened, they are teased, until they become perfect Setites. And when they are, they will be embraced into the clan. Not that the Setites are short-sighted, they realise that many mortals make perfect ghouls for generations, and among all clans, the followers of Set perhaps treat their ghouls with the most reverence indeed. To be a ghoulish follower of to be a follower of Set is pretty much as important as being a vampiric one. For every follower of Set has a function, has a purpose, and almost all are fanatical in their devotion to their power. So yes, they are akin to a cult in many ways, to the point of being suicidal at times in their aim to bring back their dark founder. But I get ahead of myself. Rather than focusing on their history, as I do with most clans, and to do so would be quite difficult. After all, the Setites would have you believe that Set is not some antediluvian like the clan founder of the Ventru or of the Malkavians, that Set did not stand alongside Sorlot and Malkav in the Second City and rise up against their sires. No. Sutekh was the first vampire. Sutekh was a god. Sutekh still is a god, and all of his children and all of his childless children are blessed. They are not cursed like the other clans of Cain, as they call themselves, these ridiculous followers of some Judeo-Christian myth. They are all blessed. They are all enwreathed in the glorious darkness of Set. They are protected from the horrific rays of Ra's great sunlight. They are beloved by their clan founder, by their god. They are not cursed. They are higher. They are elevated than all other clans. Do not forget this when dealing with a follower of Set, or perhaps portraying a follower of Set. The followers of Set may well play the part of supplicant. They may well play the part of the friend, the vampire next door, who will provide you with whatever you need. But they know deep down that they are more important than you, that they are more blessed than you, and that their function is far higher than yours will ever be. And the followers of Set cannot be seen in these nights as fat-lipped, dreadlocked drug peddlers on street corners. The followers of Set, well, they may well like to keep that image up in kindred society. But what they truly are lore seekers, treasure hunters, finders of great and dark mysteries. The followers of Set would see the bringing back of their god, who is in some eternal slumber somewhere, but not so eternal that their joined faith, their joined efforts in bringing Sutekh back will not eventually bring about the resurrection of their power, that Set will not rise above all humanity and all vampires, and put the Setites on a pedestal while he destroys or enslaves all other clans around, along with all mortals too. Certainly not all Setites believe this, because there are always some stragglers in a cult, always some that form offshoots, some that find freedom of the mind. Certainly some become Kaitif, the clanless, others become serpents of the light, those followers of Set that are aligned with Sabbat, while the followers of Set themselves are independent, not finding common ground with the Camarilla, with their mindless blanking of all antediluvians and all Canaanite history. They certainly do not find ground with the Sabbat either, who wish to destroy all antediluvians. And as the Sabbat as a whole sees Set as an antediluvian, not as a god, the serpents of the light also wish to destroy Set, making them quite the arch-enemies of the followers of Set proper. Not to say that the followers of Set don't have other enemies. They find themselves fiercely opposed to the Bali, demon worshippers, devil worshippers, worshippers of Apophis, that other Egyptian power that Set once slew in glorious anger. They also find themselves against the Assamites, a clan with similar heritage to theirs, very similar, some say, but also a similar locale. And again, that isn't to say that the followers of Set are primarily based in Egypt and the Middle East. While they have temples, high holy ground across Africa, they also have such places in New Orleans, in Scandinavia. And it is interesting to note as well that the followers of Set have bloodlines of Aztec origin, the Tlaquic. They have a bloodline of ancient Scandinavian origin, following the Midgard serpent. What does all that mean? When the Ventru and the La Sombra, being among the first clans to reach the New World, along with the mortal travellers there, found vampires already in residence, most of those vampires belonging to the followers of Set, or an offshoot of them, what can that mean, aside from the ultimate power of the Setites, that their tendrils have already reached around the world, spread their clan and their clan's message far and wide, like maggots crawling through a rotting piece of meat, dulling the sweetness of it until they have infested every single little part, corrupting that meat. The Setites are everywhere, and they are all-knowing, and they would have you believe that they are all powerful as well. Certainly a lot of this is just clan propaganda, and many Setites would agree there is a long road ahead before Sutek's eventual resurrection, but every night that a Setite works in the service of his power, bringing down other vampires, bringing down other mortals, and the Setites do not bring enlightenment to other vampires, not unless the other vampires will it, but they do wish to bring them down, they wish to debase them, merely to show how wonderful, how blessed the Setites are for not giving in to such base corruptions. If you followed Set, you would not be so weak as to succumb to such vices. So yes, the Setites will deliver whatever the other vampires ask of them. They are fantastic seekers of treasures, and they will deliver them for a price that will undoubtedly see the fall of the requester. And who will be stood atop the pile of gold at the end of it? Who will be stood with the treasures under his arm, with the moral high ground, with the philosophical high ground? Why? The follower of Set, who has never debased himself, who has merely done as asked and carried out Sutek's divine will. As I say, no vampire is brought into the followers of Set unless the vampire himself wills it. They have no need for those that have been corrupted beyond redemption, those of weak will. They want willing followers, whether mortal or immortal. And certainly one of the greatest foes of the followers of Set, another clan of immortals, were the children of Osiris. Some call them vampires, some call them mummies, some consider them incredibly powerful mortals. Whatever the case, Osiris, being Set's brother, was of course destroyed, thrown, scattered to the four winds into the Nile. And the children of Osiris have similarly disappeared in these final nights. It can only be presumed that the followers of Set have finally been successful in destroying this aberrant bloodline. Were they another clan, a fully fledged clan with their own discipline? It certainly seems so. Their discipline of Bardo certainly stands apart from all other clan disciplines, but the followers of Set and their bloodlines, whether the Setite in Central America, or the Dambala, or the followers of Set proper, have their own disciplines of presence, the ability to sway the emotions of others, make them more receptive to your words. They have obfuscate better to hide themselves in the shadows of Sutek's loving embrace. And they have Serpentis, that discipline that allows them to take on the form, the shape, the eyes, the features, the gaze of glorious Sutek, Typhon, Set. And in this weird proteanic manner, the Setites stand and they hold their hands aloft, and they proclaim, "Do not see my glory. Do not see the way I am blessed by Set, that I can take on his visage, and with it I have this vast array of powers that none of you other clans have." Certainly the followers of Set have got an awful lot of evidence to back up some of their more outrageous claims. Is it really so beyond belief that their founder was an Egyptian god, given that some clans claim to descend from Cain himself? Whatever the case, and it will probably never be known, the followers of Set are a threat to all other clans. They are willing to use them, they are willing to abuse them. They are willing to take whatever they can, corrupt whomever they can, and raise up whoever they can, in order to strengthen their clan and win in the eternal jihad of the final nights. Thank you very much for watching.